Hello. Today I am going to be playing with your hair, but you can close your eyes if you'd like to. I've done a few of these in the past, and it's been a little bit since I've done one, so I thought I would do another one. And during these videos, I allow you to close your eyes and listen to the hair sounds while I talk about what I'm doing to your hair. If you do not enjoy the talking during the hair play, then this probably isn't for you, because this is meant to be a guided visualization. So I'm explaining what I'm doing to your hair. It's not meant to be like a hair brushing video where you just listen to the hair brushing. Some people have mistaken that in the past. And on my channel, I tend to talk a bit more than other people. That's just what I do. So I'm sorry if you don't like that, but that's who I am. That's what you can hear. So I'd like to start with brushing your hair, if I didn't say that already. And I do have the pink brush. Now you can close your eyes if you've still had them open. Otherwise, I know that the visualization is something that's enjoyable as well. So I'm just brushing through your hair now with the pink hairbrush. And down the strands from the bottom, working my way up, so we don't cause any unnecessary knots as we work through the hair. That is one side. Let me get the underneath. Okay. Good. And I will use different brushes because I do have a little variety of them. Now we're working on the other side. Again, working from the ends up the hair so we don't drag knots from higher down, make them even worse. Although your hair isn't very knotted to begin with anyway, so it's all good. All good there. Outside and the inside, the back. And front. And moving back to the other side, we'll do the outside, then the inside, and the back, and the front, just to make sure we've got everything nice and smooth. Looks like there are some dead ends that need to be trimmed, but I don't have my scissors over here to do that, so we won't do that. Don't worry, I won't. We'll just start taking scissors to your hair. Let's see, maybe we should try a different brush too. Boar bristle brush. It's kind of it's a tongue twister if you say it fast. Boar bristle brush. There we go. And I'm going to start on the side we started with in the first place. And just go over that. Now, from my understanding, the boar bristle brushes help to distribute oils evenly through the hair. And it just gives an even shine. Okay, I'll move to the other side now. And this one I am going up higher and then brushing down. It seems to be quite windy outside as well, so I'm sorry about that. It's making the house creak, but cannot control that. I'm thinking, let me find the comb I want to use. There we go. So this is my comb that has two different teeth on it. It's got the ones that are farther apart, and then it's got ones on the inside that are much closer together. So I'm going to use that to run that through your hair. I feel like these kinds of combs definitely go through a lot of the hair better than a brush at times. And it's just to kind of make sure that all of the knots have been removed, which it appears they have. Going back to the other side. Yes, very nicely moving through the hair. That little bit of an itch. Okay. So I think I'm going to do some littler braids in your hair, just because I'm really good at doing little braids as strands, not like anything fancy. Like, I'm still learning how to properly, or what I would say is properly French braid. I know that I can do it, but it's like if I don't do it for a little while, then I kind of lose the momentum. And I think I've only successfully done Dutch braids once. I know I'm really good at fishtail braiding, I can do that for sure. But we're going to do just a regular little braid here. I'm taking from the top and smoothing out each strand so there's no snagging. And I'll probably do that a couple of times, but I'm going to start way up here at the scalp, and then we'll start crossing them over one at a time. And then I'll pull out to the ends here. And of course I snagged it already. cross section to get another strand. Okay, let me get that section. Parting it with the comb. Okay. Don't braid this one. Alright, let me grab this section here. Just parting your hair with the tail of the comb and working the comb through it. And now again separating the three sections. And crossing over from the outside to the middle. One over the other, one over the other. Crossing them over, looking down the hair. Close to the end of the strand here. Okay. Put the elastic on. For this one I picked a nice pale pink. And then we'll do the last one on the other side. Again, using the comb to separate a section. Pulling it forward. the smaller ones going through it. It's cute. Okay, now let me do that to the other side. Again, I need the water. I'm just gonna gather your hair here and spray it. And then comb that through. Okay, let me separate that into three. One, two, three. Okay, and then I'm going to add this one to this one, and this one to this one, and start crossing over from the outside to the middle. One over the other. Again, just adding the cute little touch of the braid going through the larger braid. And I'll do the pale purple one, sliding out the other elastics. And I'll use the pale purple one that was in the one small braid. Add it to this one. Okay, let's make them even if we can. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Comb out the tails. I'm just going to comb them out. Make sure everything is nice and clean, nice and smooth. And it looks really good. I think that's very cute. Let's see what it sounds like when I run my nails down this braid. So it's slightly different just because it's a different grip on the braid. Okay, now that I've done that, let's take that out and I will rebrush your hair. And then we shall see. I think that may be good if we undo it and then brush you out and call that a day. That would be good. Now I like to use my tail of my comb to separate the braid. So we'll do this a couple times with all the braids that we have going on here. Just putting the tail in and pulling down. And for the other one now, putting the tail of the comb in and pulling down. It just unravels the braid a little bit easier. There we go. And now let's do the smaller ones. Just going through those. Okay, just working our way up, up. Being very careful, but working our way up. Good. Okay. Alright. We got another small one on this side. Up, up, up. And again, just sticking the tail of the comb do happen, I'll just comb them out. They are not major knots if they are. Okay, there's one side. Let's do the others now. Just working my way up the braid, pulling it apart very carefully. I'm going to comb out the tail and then working up, and combing out the tail. There we go. Okay, last one. Out very carefully. That one already had a little knot in it. There we go. Take it out carefully. Using the tail of the comb and then combing it out. Tail of the comb. Combing it out. And just a few more here. Okay, combing it out. Alright, let me get the pink brush again. And we'll just make sure everything's nice and smooth. Looking from the ends up again. Carefully. Keeping your hair nice and smooth. Let's do the other side. Keep all the ends up. You are brushed out now, all nice and smooth again. And that will be it for us today. I hope you feel relaxed and that you peacefully drift off